Okay, we're gonna take a look also at the pelvis.
Oh. 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 Oh my god. What's going on, guys? This is your boy Mace, and today we got a very special episode. As you already know, I have a prolonged injury with my right shoulder. I was playing basketball about 10 years ago. I hyperextended it when getting a rebound. And just recently, maybe about 2 weeks ago, I was doing a tricking class. So I did like a cartwheel, did a backflip, and the pressure and the weight that I put onto my left shoulder kind of tweaked it a little bit. So I decided to go see a chiropractor. Just check out my alignment, make sure everything's okay. And one of my good friends, Vanessa, actually owns her own clinic. So we're gonna go check it out, and let's get right into it.
Alright, so we're gonna start with some ranges of motion. So I just wanna check if it's even on both sides. I want you to bring both hands up to your side, all the way up to the top. And is there any pain or discomfort with that?
Nope.
Okay, and then back down. Alright, and then up in front of you, both hands, all the way to the top. Okay, and then back down. Alright, and then both hands behind you as well, and back down. Alright, now both hands keeping your elbows tucked in. You're gonna have go up to the side of both. Feel that, right?
This side it hurts a little bit.
You feel more in the back. Okay. And here we're just checking for the scapula, the way they're moving, and come back down for me, and whether it's even or not. So we can see that his left side actually moves a little bit different than the right. Let's do that again. All right, and then back down. So this one will come back down before this one. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a look here. Now, your shoulders, you have a bit like high and low. This side is a little bit higher, this side is a little bit lower, okay? I don't know if you noticed that yourself. Okay, and we're gonna take a look also at the pelvis. And a little higher on the left side as well. So you have like a little bit of entire body to the left side that's higher. Okay, so I think the muscles up here are also probably a little bit more tight on the left than on the right. Now, this one you're gonna go in against my hand. So this hand, you're gonna bring it out in front of me. Bring that thumb back down, and you're gonna push up against my hand. You okay now?
A little bit weak.
Take the hand off the back, okay? And you're gonna push out against my hand.
Just a little bit tight.
Right here? All right, any of that fatigue in the front anymore?
A little bit, but not as much.
Okay. All right, so actually keep your hand back there for me. I'm gonna actually just take a poke at this spot up here.
Ooh.
And that's pretty sore still, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the one where you hyperextended the arm, right?
Yeah.
Look at his face. At the front again. All right, keeping that hand back here, I'm just gonna...
Front here.
Okay, so this side is definitely weaker than the other side. And we're gonna push down like that.
A little bit uncomfortable. Just at that top right
At
here.
that top, yeah, okay. So that's where it's pushing on that tendon. How's that feel?
It's okay. A little bit of pain in the back where you're pushing.
Okay, so I just want to take another feel just to make sure it's not too...
It's okay.
That's alright.
Okay.
Okay, good. Alright, so I think, yeah, for sure, it does seem like this side, it's that supraspinatus. So either it might be like a very mild tear or just like a tendonitis sort of thing. Yeah, you might have done a little bit of injury to that tendon. This side is probably slight instability from the hyperextension injury. So you might have a very tight posterior capsule in this area. And like even when you are sitting, you know, both your shoulders are very rounded forward. So that's another thing we can work on as well. Okay? Cool. Is that tender?
Yep.
Yeah? More on the left?
Oh.
Yeah, okay. How's the pelvis?
A little bit of pain.
Yeah,
just at the bottom here.
Right here.
Yeah.
Okay. I might just do...
Oh! It's really painful.
So in your case, you have some inflammation right in that supraspinatus tendon. So I'm going to have this hand behind your back as well. So that's going to let me access that area. Okay, so I'm going to put some gel on. Now this isn't going to hurt too much. I mean, it's going to hurt at all. You won't feel a whole lot.
Yo, this treatment stuff, easy. It doesn't hurt at all. You're gonna get just right after this, I can tell. So what does this treatment exactly do? Does it like open up blood cells a little bit more?
This helps to reduce inflammation.
Alright.
Right. So because you've injured probably the tendon portion of the supraspinatus, which is one of your rotator cuff muscles, then that helps to bring down any of the inflammation that may have occurred, right? So if it's been injured, it's going to have a inflammatory reaction, right?
So what if I'm at home? Like obviously I don't have this kind of machine, so what are some things that I can do? Do I just ice it?
Icing is probably one of the easiest things. If it is a tendonitis sort of thing, what you can do is you can give it a little bit of what we call cross-friction massage. So you find that muscle, that tendon, and then that area, and you would just rub it. Okay, so that is one way you can do it. If it keeps causing you more pain, then stop. But if it is helping reduce that pain, then that can help. Then you can continue doing it. As you're recovering though, like one of the things you can do is isometrics first to help as it's repairing, to lay down those tendon fibers and muscle fibers back into like a better alignment. So that can help as well, but you don't want to be lifting too heavy or anything using that muscle specifically while it's still injured. You can slowly load it, and so you'll be able to go back to how it was before, but as long as you don't overwork it too soon.
How long is that process going to take?
This question I always hate answering because for different people it's different. Since you are athletic, actually more of the issue with athletic people is that they have a tendency to be able to use other muscles to compensate for a weak one. And so it can be that much more difficult to identify for yourself even that it is getting better, because you'll be like, oh, I can do these things, but you wouldn't really know that you're compensating using other muscles.
Right.
Usually depends on how severe it is and whether it really is a mild tear or if it's just a tendonitis, inflammation of the tendon sort of issue. So a tear is obviously going to take longer. Tendonitis tends to be it literally just means inflammation of the tendon. So it wouldn't take as long, but it has a tendency to be more chronic. So it could be something that could come back if you aggravate it in a certain way and you haven't let it repair properly the first time.
Oh.
So right in about here, I'm gonna do a little bit of cross-friction massage.
Can I tap out?
Nope.
Oh, that was painful.
Is it better now?
Yeah.
Yeah. The first part's gonna be more painful and then it'll get better.
It's quite nice at the moment, actually.
The good kind of pain.
Thanks, man.
For the buttons.
Can you record more so I can have like a full suite of them?
He wants the Korean laugh back. Really? It's the worst.
Oh.
You got it.
Oh. That was long treatment. Oh my god.
Okay, so how's this posterior capsule?
Painful.
So what I'm going to try to do is help to loosen up this posterior capsule a bit, just in here. And so we're going to do something called instrument-assisted soft tissue mobilization. And so I'll put a little bit of biofreeze here first. And I'm going to do some scraping. So. Is that painful?
No.
It's a little quick enough.
Yeah.
It's normal for you?
Sometimes.
Very obviously dysfunctional. Probably is okay, but a lot of it is due to certain muscles being very tight, or sometimes joints like to move and shift a bit. Okay.
Yeah, it's good. It's really painful earlier.
Alright, we're gonna do some adjustments now, so. on this side you can relax, so you don't need to grab your shoulder.
Wait, your chin do I have to hold on?
You're good. Just relax this hand. Alright. Good. You're good.
Oh.
Good. Stuff. How you feeling?
Yeah, it feels good.
Good. Excellent.
So I just kind of want to know, is there a reason why one side would crack more than the other side?
Like I said, cracks typically are because there's air that's getting accumulated between the joints, and so once it's released, then you hear sound. So sometimes one side is going to be stiffer when you turn, because a lot of times you'll find people feel like turning one side is a lot easier than the other. So it's possible that that one side is stiffer, so when you get it to move, it has that much more to release. So when all those joints are finally free, it's like pop, pop, pop. The other side, maybe it's already got a lot of that mobility, only one or two spots need to like really move, then it needs less. Yeah. We do also there's a specific area that I am trying to aim for. So in some cases, I'm only trying to move the pelvis, in which case that's only going to be like a single pop. Whereas, if I'm trying to move the whole low back, or like a section of the low back, you might feel like more frustrating. Okay, so the important thing is this space where my fingers are at should be touching the wall. The other thing is your head also. Tuck your chin in so that it goes straight back, all right? This shoulder, you should be 90 degrees and you should be trying your hardest to get the wrist to touch the wall. That's where your inflexibility is in your upper back. Because as soon as you try to bring that, this pops out. Try bringing that in and then this pops out, right? So as you're moving up, you're gonna find as higher you go, also the harder it is to keep that back down. And remember, the other thing that some people have a lot of issue is they like really hike up their shoulders. And for you, your left side is like way hiked up compared to your right. So like saying your unevenness. So what you want to do is you can get to a point where the movement.
This is part of my rehab, guys.
Okay, now try to do it in front of you. This is where I was pushing on earlier.
Alright guys, so I just finished my session with Vanessa. Obviously there's a lot of things that I need to work on, but just coming for treatments isn't enough. There's going to be a little bit of rehab journey that I'll be taking. So doing a lot of stretching exercises, mobility exercises just to help with those shoulders. What I've also kind of realized through this session is that because we're working from home so much, a lot of us will end up rounding our backs, our shoulders will go forwards just because we're always at our desk. It's something that Vanessa pointed out during my session as well. So it's really, really important to make sure that you correct your posture, or at least come in, find a professional to help you readjust, realign your back and all that good stuff. But until next time, catch you guys around.